guys, it's me and it's time for me to share my 2016 holiday gift guide with you all. So for the past 1 or 2 years, I've been sharing with you guys kind of my ideas for gifts for that difficult person in your life. For me, I love giving gifts every year. Like, I love giving gifts, but every once in a while, there's 1 or 2 people in my life that I get totally stumped when thinking about like what I should get them for, you know, the holidays. So I like watching gift guides, and I know a lot of you guys like watching gift guides, and last year you guys really liked that video, which I will link underneath this video, because basically all of those things I think are still relevant in regards to gift giving this year. And unfortunately, there's some repeats in this gift guide that were also in last year's gift guide, and that just shows you how much we've loved these things and how much I believe that they would make really great gifts for somebody, the fact that they've now shown up 2 years in a row. But I wanted to do a fresh gift guide video for you guys because, well, it's a new year, it's a new time, and I have a few extra things that I wanted to share. Starting off with the first thing, it is a blanket. Now, before you start saying like, oh, my mom's got tons of blankets, or my sister's got tons of blankets, or my boyfriend has tons of blankets, or my girlfriend or wife or whatever have tons of blankets, this is not like your normal blanket. So last year on Black Friday, I went out shopping and I went to, of course, my husband's favorite store, Eddie Bauer. You guys know he loves that store, to get him a few fleeces because, you know, having like 50 of them isn't enough for him. And when I was checking out, the cashier was like, ooh, would you like to check out our goose down quilted blankets? They make great blah 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 blah, and they're on sale right now, and blah 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 blah. And usually during those times when people start trying to sell me stuff like that last minute, my eyes glaze over and I'm just like, no thank you. But this time around, I did actually check out the blanket that she was talking about. I don't know what was wrong with me. Maybe it was because it was like 2 o'clock in the morning and I was exhausted. Who knows? But I'm so happy I did. The first gift suggestion I have for you is a ridiculously warm, ridiculously cozy, and a little bit expensive goose down quilted blanket from Eddie Bauer. Now this thing full price I think is like $119. When I got it on Black Friday, it was 50% off, so I think I only paid like $59 or $60 after tax, which I know for some of you is kind of like, oh my gosh, that's really expensive for a blanket. But you have to understand that this is a 100% goose down 650 fill quilted blanket. This thing is amazing. Not only is this thing super lightweight because it is goose down, but it's got kind of like this like slippery, like gets cool, so part of your body kind of gets that cool feeling. I don't know about you guys, but even when it's the middle of winter, I like to be warm and cozy, but sometimes I like my leg or my arm to kind of have like be rubbed up against like a cool piece of fabric. I'm weird, I know. I don't know how to explain it, but that like is on the outside, and then on the bottom side is a very soft fleece, like fluffy, like softness liner, and then on the inside is goose down fill. Promise you guys, I know the price tag seems a little bit like like I got sticker shock when I saw full price, but it is constantly on sale for like 40, 35, 50% off depending on when you go on their website or go into the store. And Eddie Bauer does price match, so if you see something online that's on sale but it's not in the store, if you can bring it up on their iPad or on your iPhone or whatever, you know, device you have on you, they will price match that. So you can get this blanket for a more affordable price. I think $60 is a perfectly legitimate price for this blanket because it is amazing. We've had ours for over a year and I use it year round. Even in the summer, because at night it gets really cold in our house because John likes the air conditioning cranked up, so I like to like snuggle underneath this. And what I really like about them is not only are they super warm, like seriously they're super warm, but because they're lightweight you don't feel like claustrophobic under them. And they are just, oh my gosh guys, they're just amazing. When I bought this and brought it home, my husband just kind of glared at me. He was like, why did you buy that? Like, why did you let that woman talk you into it? But then he stole it from me and used it for a good like month, and then what do you know, day before Christmas we're at the mall and he's like, you know, we should pick up another blanket because I really want one for myself. Did pick up John one as well. We have a his and hers. His is the red and kind of blue plaid with the tan underneath, and mine is the gray and purple. They have another one there that's like a gray and coral, which is super pretty, but I know we don't need another one, but I want to have a guest one around because no joke, whenever anybody comes over, they pop one of these over them because they are so freaking cozy. I actually just bought these for my friend Sam and her boyfriend as well. I bought each of them one because they are just that amazing. And wouldn't you know it, when they came and visited a few weekends ago, Sam was using one and the first thing she said is, where did you get these? And then that's when I threw theirs at their face because I wanted them to be surprised, but at the same time I couldn't wait for Christmas to give them to them. So, and I didn't want them to go out and buy them. So I would highly suggest this as a gift for anybody who likes to just cozy up in front of the TV and, you know, wants a nice blanket. Like, this thing is amazing, amazing. My mom has one. I bought one for my sister and her spouse. Like, Oh my gosh, they are amazing, and not a single person that I bought one of these for has been like, oh, this is ridiculous. They've all loved them. I think even my other friend is asking one for Christmas, and then she also bought one of her family members one. So I would highly, 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 highly suggest these. They are a great gift. Another thing that's great for somebody who you're not really sure kind of where you stand in your relationship, like are you best friends? Are you really good friends? Are you just acquaintances? You know, you just meet somebody's mother for the first time. Who knows, whatever. Or you're dating somebody and you're like, is this really serious? Like, where's this going? Like, should I buy her something really big? A great thing, kind of fallback gift, I think, at least for me, are Bath & Body Works candles. These things are amazing. They last a long time. They smell really good. They're just kind of like a general just gift of like, not really saying too much, you know? You're not really saying like, oh, we're best friends, but you're also not saying like, oh, I hardly know you. They're just a good all-around gift to give to somebody. You know, if you have like a coworker, like I said, my friend stocks up on these and then gives these out as like birthday presents or things like that, which I love. I got one from my friend this last birthday, and even though I had tons of these in my cupboard, I don't know, I'm a weird freak, but I like having extras. So I think that these make great gifts. My favorite smells right now are the Cactus Blossom and then also the Champagne Toast, which is more of a holiday one. They are so pretty, and then you can just use these and then get maybe something else little for them, or you know, this in like a bottle of wine, or who knows, but I just think these make really great gifts as well. And Bath & Body Works is one of those places that constantly has sales going on, whether it's 50% off or $12.50 plus an extra 20% off or whatever, making their $22.50 candles a lot more affordable. Another gift that is great for that hard to shop for person is something that I actually talked about, I believe, in last year's gift guide. Maybe, might not, but I'm pretty sure I did. And it's something that we've had for I think 2 years now, and we still love it and are still finding ways of using it every single day. As you guys know, one of the favorite things I've ever gotten from somebody is our Alexa from Amazon. Basically what it does is it basically controls everything in our house. Like literally it controls a lot of things in our house. So not only can you talk to Alexa and ask her questions, like what's the weather, when movie times are, you can even shop through her, like Amazon, like you can say, Alexa, order this through Amazon, and if your stuff is all connected to her, she will purchase that for you and it'll be sent to you, which is kind of scary. I don't really use her for that option, but you can. You can do grocery shopping lists, which is something that I like using her for. I've talked about this before, but when I'm going through the refrigerator or the kitchen, instead of writing stuff down, all I have to say is, Alexa, add this to the shopping list. You know, I'll say add bananas to the shopping list, and then she'll say okay, and then it automatically that on the list that shoots to not only my phone but also my husband's phone, who I share an account with. So whether he's out at the grocery store or I'm out at the grocery store, I can constantly see this updated list of things that we need, and I can just push a little thing next to it and it check marks it and takes it off my list instead of having to deal with a pen or paper. And then another thing she does really well is she plays music. So when you're in the kitchen cooking, you can say, Alexa, if I say it too loud, she responds, play jazz music. And if you don't like jazz music, I don't really like jazz music, I don't know why I just said that, you can say play popular Christmas music, or you can play popular pop or things like that. So you can have some amazing music playing in the background. You can also ask her things, which I love. This saves me a lot when I'm cooking. You can ask her things like how many ounces are in a cup or how many cups are in a gallon, that kind of thing. I don't know why you need that measurement, but you know what I mean. Just, you can ask her. She's just this source of information that you can just verbally ask instead of having to get your dirty hands touching stuff and things like that. And lastly, one of the things that we started using her for this year has been to control some aspects of our house. There are many things you can do with her in regards to your household devices. One of the things we did is we replaced all of our thermostat controllers, or whatever you call them, with wireless thermostats that also connect to her. So we can tell her to turn up or down the heat in any different level of our house, which is super duper fun, and it's super nice because when you're too lazy to change the temperature on something, she just does it for you. Another thing that she can do is control other devices around your house using something called the TP-Link, which is another thing that I was going to add onto this list. You can find these on Amazon. I will leave all the links to all of these things underneath this video, just to let you know. But this thing is called a TP-Link, and what this does is any device that you put into this little outlet thingy and then plug into an outlet, you can control from Alexa. So for us, we have all of our lamps connected to her. We don't have light switches for our lamps in our rooms, and for some reason, this front room especially does not have any overhead lighting. They're just external lamps. So when we leave our house at night, it's really nice not having to scramble around turning off every single lamp, because we have 3 of them in here, and instead being able to just say, Alexa, turn off the lights. It just makes life so much simpler. Alexa, turn on the lights. So you don't actually have to have one of these remote controls. This is something that you can also purchase. I believe it's like $30 or $20 or something like that. This controls the music, and then also you can talk to her through it as well. Say if you're upstairs or somewhere out of range of her. But from here and also the basement, if you talk loud enough and say her name, she can actually hear you. So we don't actually use this when it comes to being in here. We would use it when we're upstairs or say we need to control something faster. I don't know. We actually honestly don't really use this that much. Another thing that's come out for Alexa are called the Echo Dots, and what they are smaller discs that are devices that you can place in other rooms to connect with her. So like right now I want to get a little one for upstairs in our bedroom so that I can hook up a TP-Link thing to the lamp next to our bed. I know I'm getting super lazy, but I want to hook her an Echo Dot up there and then one of these into the lamp next to our bed so I can just tell her to turn off my lamp. I could do that using the main Alexa, but unfortunately she's so far downstairs that I would have to scream throughout the entire house, which when I'm turning the light off in my bedroom at midnight next to my kids' rooms, I don't want to be doing that. So basically the Echo echoes Alexa. It basically just helps communicate with her from an area where you're maybe out of speaking range to the device. So it's just really awesome. It's really cool. The only downfall is that when your wireless goes out, so does everything else, but that's rare when that happens to us. And when the power goes out, you're not really going to be controlling anything anyways. So as you can see, we love Alexa and all the little devices that go with her, and it's just fun and it's really nice. So I was one of those people who was kind of against her in the beginning. I was like, why do we need to be pairing up our whole entire house to her? And when my husband was like, oh, I want to turn all of our lights and all of our thermostats and have them controlled by her, I was like, you're ridiculous. But I've come to really enjoy her and all the things that she can do. So that would definitely be on the list of gifts to give if you're thinking of something to get somebody that's just, you have no clue what to get them. Her, the Echo Dot, the TP-Link, stuff like that. I think those are great ideas. Moving on to another thing that I think I mentioned in my last year's gift guide, I'm going to talk about real quick again because we've been loving it for the last 3 years. It's my electric tea kettle. I love this thing. It's by Breville. It just heats up your water to the best temperature. You can keep it on warm, so instead of having like your stove on and the water kind of simmering on it, which is sometimes dangerous, you can hit this little warmer button and it'll keep your water warm for another like 15 to 20 minutes if you want a second cup. It's just really, really great. It heats up really nicely and there's just really no thinking about it, and it turns off right when it's done heating up. So for me as a mom, I sometimes get preoccupied with something. So when I would have a tea kettle on the stove and it would start whistling at me and screaming at me, you know, it was hard to sometimes get to it. In this case with the Breville, once the water's heated up, you can either set it to that warm thing and it will turn off automatically after that 10-15 minutes, or it'll just turn off altogether by itself instead of burning down the house or keeping on screaming at you. So I really, really like the tea kettle. If you know anybody who likes to eat hot oatmeal in the morning, tea or poured over coffee, or needs to, you know, warm bottles with hot water, anything like that, this thing is an amazing gift for them. I bought one for my dad and he loves, loves, loves it. And he's the kind of guy who's like, I don't need that. I can just put it over a fire and cook my water that way. But he started using mine when we were living with him and he just like fell in love and I had to buy him his own. So I would highly suggest the Breville Tea Kettle for any like person in your life who enjoys hot drinks or, like I said, hot oatmeal or, you know, things like that. It's a great appliance. Another electronic device that I think would make a great gift this year are the tile mates. Now, I don't know if I've talked about these before, but a few months ago, my husband went out and he bought a few tile mates. He bought one little thin, skinny one for his wallet, and he also bought one for our set of keys. Now, my husband, I don't know about you guys, if you're your husbands, but my husband loses everything all the time, and I am always expected to know exactly where his stuff is. His wallet, his hat, his coats, his shoes, his keys, anything. Well, when it comes to our car keys, it drives me nuts because he lost his set of car keys a long time ago. We still have no clue where they are. So when he loses my car key, I get mad. We had so many fights about it that he bought a tile mate in hopes to save our marriage, basically. So what they are ways of keeping track of your belongings. So the one in his wallet, like I said, is thin. It just fits into one of his little credit card slots. And the one on our keys, they all correspond to an app on our phone. So say we lose our keys or he loses his wallet, all you have to do is go into your phone app and it says tile and it opens up, and then you just tap what you're trying to find. So if I was trying to find my Honda Accord key, I would just tap this, then it would send a signal to the tile on my key, and then the tile would start making noises and ringing so that I could hear it to find it. Even though I thought the tile mate was kind of ridiculous and my husband bought both of them because I think they're like $25 each, it actually has saved me in a bind. I've actually lost the key sometimes while in the car when I'm trying to buckle all the kids into car seats and stuff. It slipped out my pocket, or I put it somewhere where I don't remember where I put it, and I've just tapped it on my phone and found it like underneath the car seat or once on the roof of the car. Don't judge me, I don't want to talk about it. I've used it and it's actually been super duper helpful. Another thing that's really helpful about them is you can use them in reverse. So someone like me who is constantly losing their phone, you can hold down the little button on the tile and it will actually make your phone ring as well. Even if it's locked or on silent or on vibrate, it'll make your phone ring so you can go and find your phone, which has saved me as well quite a few times. So there you have it, there is my gift guide. Sorry there's not a ton of stuff and sorry that I talked forever, but I wanted to describe all the gloriousness of these gifts to you guys, and I'm long-winded. We all know that. If you have any questions about any of these gifts, leave them below. Again, I will link everything in the description box underneath this video and then also in the comments if you're interested in getting any of them. I hope this is helpful to you guys. Sorry I had repeats from last year, but I think that just goes to show that they are great gifts that I still am using and loving them the second to third year around. Hope you guys have fun holiday shopping this year. If you like videos like this, please make sure to give it a thumbs up. Comment below if you have any of these things or have Christmas gift suggestions yourself, because Lord knows I'll need them as well. And subscribe if you want to see more videos. I upload 2 to 3 times a week about everything and anything, and I will talk to you guys all in my next video. Bye.